There was a little girl living in a small town. She had a small, regular house. Her parents, who loved her so much, had the regular job, and just like any other middle class family, they were comfortable. The girl always heard her parents talk about how one should A, always be realistic, do the right things, and always take the safe decisions. But she never understood realistic. She was a daydreamer. She had her own little world and she was a rebel. That girl was a true dreamer. Hi guys, I'm Rupali Hasija, a digital content creator, an entrepreneur, and an influencer. Yup, another one of those that you see every day dancing and doing things on Instagram. But I am a lot more than that. I am that little girl. I am that dreamer. Growing up, I always had a thing for fashion. Fashion was something that always cultivated in me and it gave me the joy. I was a happy kid. So when I was growing up, my favorite tagline was, "मैं अपनी favorite हूँ." I still remember the times when I used to dress up in my mom's old clothes and loved the whole process, loved getting my pictures clicked. But never in my wildest dreams I thought, one day I'll actually make a career out of it. I mean, उस टाइम पे किसने सोचा था कि इंस्टाग्राम का आविष्कार होगा and photos खींचने के भी पैसे मिलेंगे? So today, while I stand here, I'm not going to tell you about how to make viral reels or how to gain 10,000 followers in a month on Instagram or how to crack those fancy brand deals. Kids back there, don't be disappointed. We can actually talk about that after all this. But today's story is my journey on how I collected the dots of my life and connected them to manifest my dream life. Now, when I was a kid, I was a very bright student. And just like any other Indian family, my parents decided that I'll pursue science. You know what? Because अगर society में ये पता चला कि बच्चे ने इंजीनियर या डॉक्टर बनने के अलावा कुछ और डिसाइड किया है, तो क्या ही वैल्यू रह जाएगी? So there I was, getting enrolled in Delhi University to pursue chemistry honors. Fast forward to graduation, post-graduation, n number of research projects, and 7 years straight of doing nothing but chemistry, I became a chemistry professor at a very young age. My parents were very happy. The package was actually solid. But a part of me still wasn't satisfied. I still remember those days when I joined my job, and that's when the real struggle began. I was really struggling to work around at the office and with all those lectures because I realized that my hard work wasn't missing, it was my passion for the work. You know how society sees it? सबको लगता है कि अरे पैकेज तो अच्छा है, वर्क एनवायरनमेंट अच्छा है, अच्छी पढ़ाई की है, why isn't she happy? But technically it's not that black and white. I still remember I used to cry myself to sleep because there was something that was missing in me. You know, जब हम छोटे होते हैं ना, तो हमारी दुनिया बहुत अलग होती है. हमें लगता है कि हमारा हर सपना, हर इच्छा, हर चीज़ पूरी हो सकती है. बट जैसे जैसे हम बड़े हो जाते हैं और रियलिटी हिट करती है, वो सारे सपने कहीं पीछे छूट जाते हैं. आई थिंक बचपन वाली वो ड्रीमर रूपाली के साथ भी कुछ ऐसा ही हुआ. And I finally became a part of that rat race. I still remember that during my working hours, I used to feel, am I cheating myself? What am I doing in life? A girl who was once such a visionary couldn't even visualize the next 1 year of her life. That was the time I decided that I have to do something about it. And that is when Instagram came in as a knight in shining armor, and I started creating content along with my 9-to-5 job as a side hustle. Initially, the growth was slow, but somewhere down the line, I was feeling contented कि ठीक है, कम है, but मैं कुछ ऐसा कर रही हूँ जो रोज़ मुझे थोड़ी सी खुशी दे रहा है. 2019. Something happened that changed millions of lives. The pandemic. So many people out there lost their jobs, and so did I. Something for which I had worked so hard for 9 years of my life, and something which my parents told me was a safe and a realistic choice, was taken away from me just like that. That was the day I realized life में कुछ भी temporary नहीं है, और सही और गलत choice जैसा तो कुछ होता ही नहीं है. But you know that little girl I told you about in the start? Somewhere she was happy. She just realized that maybe she has manifested this. Maybe it was her chance to shine again, and maybe it was my chance to give it a second leap of faith. That's when I decided to become a full-time content creator and leave my job ahead. So this was the big leap that happened in my life, but it wasn't all happy and glory until some time. I had a lot of struggles when I was going ahead with it. Initially, I still remember those days when I didn't make a single penny for one straight year. I paid all my team members from my pocket, from the savings that I had from my previous job. So the biggest lesson that you will be taking away from today's talk is, आज जब आप ये TED Talks या ये वीडियो सुनते हैं ना, जब लोगों ने अपनी ड्रीम अचीव की हैं या किसी ने अपने पैशन के लिए कुछ छोड़ दिया है, make sure you remember that you can't do that. You always need to have a backup plan. If I didn't have those kind of savings that time, तो शायद मैं आज यहाँ खड़ी नहीं होती. It's always important to follow your passion, but it's equally important to make the right decision when you're doing so, to have a substantial backup when you're taking that leap of faith. Okay, coming back to my story. So for one straight year, I didn't make any money. I was working on barters. So for everyone out there जो काफ़ी curious हैं कि actual में influencers पैसे कैसे कमाते हैं, I'll give you a quick context to it. So influencers earn through two models. It's either barter, wherein any brand sends us their products, and we get to keep those products, but in return, we promote them by creating some sort of videos or pictures. In the second model, it's a paid partnership, wherein the brands come in, they give us a certain set of money that we ask for, and that's how we do the promotions for the brands. And that's when the real money starts trickling in. But that doesn't happen until and unless you have built up a substantial base and the number of followers to get that kind of money rolling in. So what is the conclusion here? Everything that happened didn't happen overnight. It took me a while, but during the pandemic, there was a crazy dynamic shift in the industry. The whole system changed. Everyone was in their phone and stuck on their phones. The influencer industry saw a big jump, and so did I. My following grew from 30,000 to 1 lakh in just a matter of 3 months. I still remember when I saw my parents' face while we celebrated my first 100K. I knew that face. That was the face that told me I'm about to manifest my dreams. So talking about the financial challenges, let me tell you what else came my way, the judgments. When you put yourself out there for the world to judge in the public eye, trust me, there's a lot of judgment that comes your way. मुझे तो पता भी नहीं था कि मेरे में इतनी कमियां हैं जितनी लोगों ने मुझे बता दी. Everything apparently was wrong with me. You're not tall enough, you're not slim enough. तुम कितना makeup करते हो यार, you are so fake. Okay, then I'll do a no makeup look. Oh, you are so ugly. Don't post those pictures, I'm gonna block you. Okay, then maybe I'll shoot in better lighting. You just edit everything. You are a fake influencer. Blah, 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 and the list goes on. But you know what happens when you tell people, it doesn't matter what you say, I'm happy with who I am. It comes with a liberation. So मैंने कहा, And actually मैंने कहा, I still remember writing that in a comment, मेरा कंटेंट पसंद नहीं आ रहा, कोई बात नहीं, मुझे मत फॉलो करो. ओ, अगर हेट कमेंट्स डालने हैं तो डाल दो, मेरी तो एंगेजमेंट ही बढ़ रही है. अगर मुझे अनफॉलो करना है तो कर दो, मुझे कोई फ़र्क नहीं पड़ता. और अगर ज़्यादा ही प्रॉब्लम है तो मुझे ब्लॉक कर दो, मैं तो ऐसे ही रहूँगी. And that was the liberation. And the very first time in my life, I knew that confidence I was missing in my job was coming back. क्योंकि I was fueled with passion. मुझे पता था कि मैं जो कर रही हूँ अच्छा कर रही हूँ, and I am happy with it. It doesn't matter what people tell me otherwise. Okay, सब बुरा भी नहीं हुआ, कुछ अच्छी चीज़ें भी हुई मेरे साथ. So I got to walk as a showstopper in Times Fashion Week. And what's interesting is, I was the first model who was not 5'6" or taller and was not zero size. We broke the stereotype that day when I became that showstopper. After that, I got to get featured in Forbes magazine as top 100 digital stars. I got to meet so many amazing people, traveled so many different beautiful locations, and the biggest thing, जो मेरे parents को भी अब satisfaction देती है, I got to a place when I was financially secured and earning way more than my previous job. The biggest initiative that we took this year was opening a closet page, and the response was humongous. So we were selling my clothes on the page, and all the proceeds went to charity. With every closet sale, we were able to raise 30,000 rupees. And currently, we are funding the education for 5 kids throughout their schooling years. Other than that, we have organized so many events at different NGOs and old age homes, and something that gives me so much satisfaction today that I am actually contributing to the society. So when I stand here telling my story, I want to tell everyone one thing. Number one, today I'm 29 years old. I took my second leap when I was 27 years old. So when you tell yourself that it's maybe too late to restart, think again. It's not. You know, you don't have to be really scared of starting again, because this time you're not starting from scratch. You're starting with an experience, and that counts. That really does count. Also, to all the parents out there, just gonna tell them a little story that I faced in my personal life. When we are growing up, we try to provide our kids with the best education, the best facilities, and with the best amenities that we can give them. Sometimes, it's the kids who get to decide, and it's their call that what they want to pursue in life. And other than that, for the kids out there, it doesn't matter if you've spent a lot of your time doing certain thing in life. Whenever you want the change can happen the same day. So today, when you go out there and walk out of this room into the real life, what lesson are you taking away from here? Here are 5 things that I want you all to remember when you walk out of this room. Number 1, it doesn't matter if people or anyone out there believes in you, as long as you believe in yourself. If you are ready to face those challenges and constantly strive for your passion, I believe no one really can stop you from achieving what you really want. How I started my journey? I was doing chemistry graduation for 3 years. So once I finished my graduation, मैंने NIFT का भी पेपर दिया और मैंने MSc का भी पेपर दिया. दोनों पेपर क्लियर हो गए. So I went to my father and told him that now should I do MSc or should I follow fashion? So my dad told me that, now you have spent 3 years of your life doing something. If you leave it right here, it will go waste. So I suggest you to follow your passion. I suggest you to follow chemistry and go ahead with MSc. So I did MSc for 2 more years. Then again, the same question came in, कि अब क्या करना है? पर अब 5 साल हो चुके थे। फिर जॉब कर ली, रिसर्च पेपर्स कर लिए, फिर 9 साल हो गए, पता ही नहीं चला. And then I realized, okay, is it too late? But here I am standing in front of you all and doing what I truly love. So it's honestly never too late to do what you really want to do. Number 2, there is nothing as such right or safe choice. You can lose your dream job in an instant. You can lose or fail in an exam by just 1 mark. What people see as a safe or the right choice might be wrong for you. So you are the one who creates your own choices. Make sure that you don't restrict yourself to the norms that society set for you out there. Number 3, and I cannot stress this enough, always, always have a backup plan. मैं आज यहाँ खड़े होकर टेड टॉक दे भी नहीं रही होती if I didn't have that backup side hustle with my 9 to 5 job. And trust me, मैंने जॉब अपनी मर्जी से छोड़ा नहीं था. मेरी जॉब चली गई थी. There's a huge difference. You know, when we work so much for something, it's very hard to leave that and take that leap of faith. So I feel that somehow I kind of manifested that. But because I started with my job and I had kind of a financial stability at that time, I was able to follow that passion. So again, when you hear this talk, the message that you are taking out there is, first, make yourself stable, have a backup, and then follow a path that you truly want to go ahead with. Number 4, the power of manifestation. I always believe in the power of manifestation. This has helped me so much in life. No matter how silly it sounds, you do attract your future self, be it positive or negative. Until you have a clear idea and a vision what you truly want to do in life, the universe will hand over something to you that you might not want, but you will be the one attracting it. So it's very important today that you have a clear idea in mind कि आप चाहते क्या हो लाइफ से. अपने साथ बैठो, सोचो, is it one thing that I want in life? What is that one thing? And okay, just be practical, ठीक है? ऐसे नहीं बोलना कि काश ये लड़की मेरे प्यार में पड़ जाए, या कल काश मैं प्रेसिडेंट बन जाऊं, या आज कोई मुझे 10 करोड़ रुपए दे दे. ये भी हो सकता है if you are ready to do the dirty work. But when you think about those things you really want in life, be very clear with the idea of it. Number 5, and the most important thing, dream. Dream as big as you want to. Don't put yourself in the limits even if the society tells you otherwise. अपनी लाइफ में कोई भी ऐसी चीज़ को लिमिट मत करो कि आप ये नहीं कर सकते. सोच के तो देखो, क्या पता हो जाए. Because when that dream comes true, you will be the one applauding yourself and truly living a life of fulfillment. Despite what society may tell you about the limitations of your dreams, it doesn't matter how you do it. You can always collect and connect the dots of your life to unleash the best version of you. And you know what? आज से कुछ साल बाद, when you stand in front of that mirror, I want you to be proud of who you see and what you see. Thank you so much.